with it. Oh, them drop downs are fucking awesome. Fast, mate, fast. Guys, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel. Or if you're new, thank you for clicking. In today's video, we're going to be looking at my friend Lee's BMW M4 Competition. It's an F82. We've got my friend Johnny over there. He's been kind enough to let us do the video around here, because normally the place where I always go, I got like a siren saying this is a private area, please move. So I've had to move, and Johnny's been kind enough to let us come to where he works. It's actually a nice little place here. So this one being the competition, it's got a few different things to the regular one. One of them being these massive 20-inch wheels. The profile on these, if I can find it, because they're a little bit different on the front of the rear, is 265 30 20. So that's the front ones, and you've got four pot calipers on the front in like a nice blue colour. The Michelin are the Pilot Sports, I'm not really sure. The back ones are 285 30 20. Another thing with the competition, if you look, the rear badge is black rather than silver, and the exhaust tips on the back here are black as well, but Lee's changed them. These were gold to go with his wheels, which are a little bit funky. I wasn't a massive fan when he first got this, but they've kind of grown on us, and it's something that's a little bit unique. The seats, if I quickly go in the car, because these ones are competition seats, the way you can tell is they've got the massive holes inside here. You can see there on the driver and the passenger side. A common fault on these seats is the stitching here. It always, like, I don't know how close you can see there, but the stitching comes away there. Lee's had it fixed. The passenger one's fine. The roof is fully carbon fibre, as you can see. You can see all the weaving and everything. On the side here, you've got M4, which goes along the swage line, I believe that's called. The colour of the car, I thought it was mineral white, but Lee said it's called mineral vice, so it's his car, I'm not gonna argue with him. You've got the black kidney grills, and you've got the carbon fibre splitter on the front here. You've got xenon headlights, and with all xenon headlights, as I always say, you've got this, which comes up and squirts water to clean them. A little optional extra on these is the camera next to the parking sensor. So that one up there is the parking sensor, and that one's a camera. With this bonnet being so bloody big, it's absolutely massive. So if you're pulling out of a junction, you press the button and it turns the cameras on, so you can actually see where you can't see, kind of thing. The camera helps you out a little bit. Massive bulge on the bonnet there, absolutely huge. Carbon fibre on the wing mirrors as well, as you can see there. I think that's pretty much everything, isn't it? A little feature that I always show, if I get the key out, I feel like Calvin Car Diary, #key. If you unlock the car and you hold the button, if you've got a sunroof, the sunroof opens, but obviously we don't have a sunroof in here, so that happens. And then if you lock it and you hold it, the mirrors fold in and the windows go up. If you press the unlock button once, it unlocks the driver's side. You press it twice, it unlocks both. On the back here, we've got more carbon fibre on the boot. To get into the boot, I'm just going to put the key in my pocket. To get into the boot, you just go underneath here, and you can see there we've also got a reverse camera on the back with LED lights. These were the mats that he had in the car, but they were a little bit Fast and the Furious for me. Underneath here, obviously you don't get a spare wheel on these, you just get that tyre gel, which is, I don't really like it. If you pull this, that's where your battery is. I'm going to shut this. Tell you what I will do, I'll pop the bonnet. So to pop the bonnet, it's just down here. You've got your OBD above here. You pull this twice, so that's once. You pull again, that's twice. And it doesn't have a latch on the middle there, so you just pull this straight up. And then this is what it looks like inside the engine. You've got two air intakes, you've got one there and a one there. That's your intercooler with your charge pipes. Another thing with this being the Competition, you've got this strut brace, which is carbon fibre. A common fault with these cars is the seats, what I mentioned. The gasket on top of here leaks and the rear coil springs do tend to snap. Lee got the rear coil springs done about, I think it was 9-10 months ago, and the engine work, I think this was done about 3 months ago. But that's what it looks like inside there. Not that anyone's really interested. It's a twin turbo and it's a 3 litre. I don't know if I said it, it's 444 brake horsepower, 0 to 60 in. To shut this, leave it about there and just do that, because sometimes it doesn't go down, you know, on the sides. So 444 brake, 0 to 60 in 4 seconds. I think the standard one's about 425 and it does 0 to 60 in about 4 seconds. Sorry, 4.1. So this one's a teeny tiny bit faster, teeny tiny bit. It's pillarless on the door, so if you do that, they just come down a little bit. The sound system in this is Harman Kardon, which sounds awesome. On the passenger door card, all you've got is to open the door and therefore your windows. You've got electric seats, but they're not memory seats on this side, and this is what it looks like. To look at the back, all you do is you just pull this and you can adjust the seat. You can make it go forward or backwards, and obviously it's just a 2-seat on the back. I don't know what the hell you would put in there, but I'm sure somebody would find something. The glove box, just my little mic what I've just bought, and you've got carbon fibre what goes along here with your iDrive, so that's everything. And then it's got the standard mats, and you've got M4 on the sills. If we go around to the driver's side, exactly the same. If you want to get in the back, you just pull this forward and then do that. Lee's seating position is number 1, so if I press number 1, the seat will go into his position. I'm only a little guy, so obviously I'm a lot closer to the steering wheel than he is. On this door card, obviously you've got for your windows, and that one's for your mirrors, and that one's to fold your mirrors. He did get the Alcantara steering wheel fitted, which I wasn't a massive fan of to start with, but now I really like it. The only thing is, it's really big. Really big. Right, I'm going to jump inside the car because I think I've done everything. So I'm just going to pause the video here and then I'm going to jump inside the car. One thing I didn't mention was the petrol cap. To get inside here, all you do is just press that, and there's a little tiny hole on the top here, so all you do is you just turn this anti-clockwise and put that on there, because it's a bit nasty when some people leave them dingly dangling. It can scratch your car and stuff, but just leave it there when you're filling up, and then just put that in here and then lock it, and then there you go, we'll just shut it. Obviously it's an automatic, so it's only got your brake and your accelerator. There's nothing else in here. We've got the standard mats, and then these are your seat settings. So this one makes your backrest go forward and backwards. This one makes the seat go forward and backwards, and it also makes the seat go up and down. So you've got 2 settings. So as I mentioned, Lee's number 1 and then I'm number 2. But that's what these seats look like. The comfortable seats, the only bit that I think is hard is this bit. It's like really hard. On a night time, these glow up, the M. Steering wheel, we'll jump in the car so I can show you a little bit better. These are for your lights, so you can have auto lights, or you can put them on yourself or turn them off. This is the actual clocks itself. You can dim them down or brighten them up, and you've got for your fogs. Over here, if I get in the car, this is a little bloody nightmare to get in there. That's what it looks like in there. You can, if you've got one of them old school phones, you can put it in there, but obviously I don't think anyone has in-car phones anymore, do they? Just push that a little bit back. and then put that down. This, when you push it forward, it's really loud with it. And then go back, it's really aggressive. It's a normal handbrake, which I prefer. I'm not a massive fan of electric handbrakes. This is for your iDrive. The way you can tell this is the better one, it's because it's massive. The crappier version is a little bit smaller. The screen here, I believe it's like a 7-inch screen, something like that. Right, sorry about that, I'm back. Johnny was just talking. I think I was mentioning the screen. I think that's like a 7-inch for the iDrive. Another thing, this is a DCT. To be honest, I prefer the one in the 435D. If you did see that previous video, this one is really aggressive. The 435D was a FZ8, I think it was called, and it was a lot nicer. This one like is really aggressive. If you like to drive your car fast and whatnot, this is probably perfect, but I'm a little bit of a Miss Daisy. This button here adjusts for the gear ratio on this, so if you want the revs to go like, it's not the gear ratio, it's actually the revs itself. If you want the revs to go a lot higher, you adjust this, or if you want the gearbox to change a lot more aggressive. You've got this one for your traction control, your exhaust, your suspension, which I've always got in comfort because I think the ride on this is really stiff. This is for your steering. This one is the button that I mentioned on the front bumper for the cameras. This is to turn your parking sensors on and off. You can put 2 cups in there if you want, and in here if you want to charge your phone. I believe there's a USB in here as well, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure there was a USB. No, I think I'm lying here. I thought there was a USB in there, obviously not. So on here you've got your vents going all the way along. So to do them, you can do that. This is the stupidest thing ever for the warm and the cold. Absolutely stupid. You've got here for your hazards. This one opens both doors. You've got your radio. On your iDrive here, they're the buttons. You've got your media, menu, radio, telephone, nav, your back button, and your options. You've got your air conditioning here and your seats. You've got 3 different settings on the heated seats, and that's the steering wheel. Lee did have a little bit of sweat going around there. Not saying he's a sweaty guy or anything, it's just Alcantara in general like gets sweat into it. So I got some stuff, it's called Auto Finesse Total. You squirt it on a microfiber, just rub it in on this, and then flip the towel over and rub it off, and now the steering wheel looks absolutely brand new and it feels lovely as well. He actually even commented saying steering wheel feels brand new. Over here you've got for your cruise control, and you've got your M1 and your M2. When you do this, you've got your heads-up display. I don't even know if I mentioned it's got heads-up display. That's what it is here. I'll show you that in a second. This is for your volumes and to change your stations. Tell you what, I'm gonna because look how far away I am. I can't even hardly press the pedal. Bear with us a second. I'm gonna pause this and I'm gonna move the seat forward and start the car, because he's got a ghost and I've got to put a code in. Otherwise, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna try my best. Right, there you go. We've started the car. I'm gonna press my number 2. Oh, I'm moving forward. I'm moving forward. I'm moving forward. I'm moving forward. No, that wasn't really the seat. That was just me being stupid. I'm nearly in my position. Nearly. Right, there you go. I'm in my position. So here, to get this into drive, you just knock it to the right. But if you do that, the car conks out because I haven't put the ghost alarm in. So, see there? It's conked out. So I'm going to start it again. Right, let's try this again. Foot on the brake. Start the car. You should see the engine warning light thing flash twice. So if you bear with us, I'm just going to put the code in. There you go, flashes twice. And then now I can drive the car if I want. Over on this side, you've got for your fuel. He's nearly got a full tank. That is your miles per hour. You've got your revs over there and your temperature of the car. If I shut this, on the indicators here, you've got a little button on the top, and that'll just, if you look down here, when I press that button, it'll flick through. So miles per gallon, it's more miles per gallon on this. Is that the temperature? No way, is it 26? Wow, I thought it was warm, but I didn't realize it was that warm. So there you can see we've got 294 miles, and as I mentioned, 19.7 miles per gallon. If I go on here and I press menu and I go down to, I think it's vehicle information, and I go on this one, vehicle status, you can check the pressure of your tires, you can check your engine oil level. If you go to here for your service requirements, these are obviously brake fluid, all that kind of stuff. Service history, if you go into here, you can see there, that's what's backed up all the service history. If you ever see on here 00000, it's been done by a garage, but it's not an official BMW garage. I think that's pretty much everything inside here. He's got a next base dash cam up here. These are your little reading lights and whatnot. Here you've got your light up there and your little mirror. You've got flappy paddles if you do want to change. To get it into reverse, obviously foot on the brake and you just push over here. Yeah, I think I've covered pretty much everything in here. We'll take it for a little drive, and yeah. Right, Johnny was kind enough there to let us use the car park. I'm just going to take it out for a little spin. I did go out for a little spin the other day, but the sun, rule of thumb, I've been watching loads of videos recently of people doing like video editing and stuff like that, and photography and whatnot, and they always say if the camera's like here, never have the sun behind you. And on my video, the sun was behind us. You can see now it's kind of dusky. Oh, did I not put the ghost in because the hazards are flashing? There you go, there you go. So if you open the door with a ghost alarm, the hazards will flash. Oh, that's another thing. Suspension, comfort, straight away in comfort. So last time when I done the video on the 435D, one of the elephants in the room was, why wouldn't you get an M4? So now I've got the M4. Oh God, honestly, driving around here, bump, 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 bump. I couldn't have this as a daily. No way, Jose. I see sun's over there, so I might be getting blinded again. I've put this down, but God knows. So the 435D, I absolutely loved, and if I had to pick, I even asked Lee this the other day. I said, if you had to pick, which one would you pick? And he says the 435D. He says you're getting pretty much the same performance, a lot cheaper insurance, a lot cheaper tax, better miles per gallon, and it's four-wheel drive. He couldn't remember the name of what it was called, and I said it's X-Drive. He was going, oh yeah, because he thought it was the 4MATIC. I think he's thinking it's 4MATIC. It's because he's looking at that many Mercedes. The one he's after though, it's the C63S. That one's not 4MATIC, it's rear wheel. Same as this is rear wheel. I don't think I mentioned that. Definitely lose your license in this car, definitely. So the brakes on this, absolutely awesome. As you can obviously imagine, being 4 pots, they're brilliant. The gearbox, as I mentioned, it is really aggressive. Not so much now because the car's a little bit like warmer, but when you first warm it up, it's like ages ago. I don't know if you've seen a video, I've done a Mercedes CLS 63, that was Lee's car as well. When you first started that car up and you drove off, oh my God, the gearbox was so clunky. The seats, as I mentioned, they are comfortable. It's just the actual backrest, that's the thing that I don't think is the most comfortablest. The surround sound, Harman Kardon, sounds mint. I would have let you listen to it, but yeah, it's copyright, not good. The miles per gallon, I had this car the other day and I managed to get it to 19.8, but he's knocked it down again to 19.7. Don't believe it. Out for the drive, I'm trying to think off the top of my head things that I could think about with this car, because I'm not a reviewer. I'm just taking it out for the hell of it, just to mention a few things, to maybe something that people didn't already know. I'll tell you what, I'll put the exhaust on Sport Plus. We're in Sport Plus now. I'm going to put this in manual mode. Oh, them drop downs sound tremendous. And then mate, that guy's just pulled out on us. By the way, I'm not speeding. Can we get a pop here? Yeah, we got a pop. Speed limit straight away. Right, so I'm gonna go home. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna go home, grab something, drop this car off, and then we're done. As always, thank you for watching.